seen. But basically what I'm trying to say from those videos is that they're, at least from the first video, which was in 2008, I'm sorry, the second video was in 2008, and the first one was 4 years later. There is fine-tuning in the universe, and a possible explanation is multiverse theory, because if there are lots and lots of universes with varying constants, then we're not at all surprised that one of them is finely tuned for life. And the multiverse theory is implied by string theory. We don't have evidence for it yet, but hopefully one day we will have either evidence for or against. Okay. So here are some common counters to the argument. This is responding specifically to Victor Stenger, who is in the minority of scientists who actually think that the universe is not fine-tuned. I won't spend very much time on that because there are so many scientists who think that it is, including Stephen Hawking, Dawkins, and a plethora of others, including, well, I have that list for you later. But if any of you are curious about that, I am more than happy to go into detail on countering Victor Stenger's argument. I also highly recommend his book, The Fallacy of Fine-Tuning. However, another common objection that you may have heard, because it's more popular, is from Neil deGrasse Tyson. I'll just describe it. The argument goes, the universe has been here for so long, and life only appeared billions of years after its existence. And life is plagued by so many things. You know, we die so fast. If we were anywhere other than Earth, we would immediately cease to be able to live. We will die very quickly, and in a cosmic time frame, we are only here for the blink of an eye. So Neil deGrasse Tyson, who I respect very much, and I agree with him on a plethora of other issues, argues that the universe is not really fine-tuned. I mention this because it's popular, not because it's actually a very good argument against fine-tuning. And then the multiverse theory is more widely used. Okay, not really fine-tuned. Okay, so saying that the universe is not efficient or optimal for life does not mean that it lacks fine-tuning. Rather, Tyson's statement is completely beside the point. If something has the power to create the universe, it can take as long as it wants. In addition, and this is really more important, the number of universes that allow for Tyson to make the statement that he did is vanishingly small compared to the number of universes which would not allow for life at all. So just the fact that we're here, who cares whether or not we got here late in cosmic time? The fact that we're here at all is really quite amazing. Okay, now the multiverse, I already showed you this video. That is the most common counter to fine-tuning. We don't yet have solid evidence for it. How can you tell whether or not another universe is there? It's in another universe. There are some ways that we think that we can figure that out, but until we have that evidence, is it a good idea to assume that something exists if we do not yet have evidence? Maybe, maybe not. But even if the multiverse does exist, we would need to establish a few more things about the multiverse. Namely, that we would need to know the number of multiverses, universes. Say, if there are 3 universes that exist, that solves nothing with reference to fine-tuning. If there are an infinite number, it more than solves the problem. So we would have to figure out how many there are. In addition, do physical parameters vary from universe to universe? If all the universes are the same or similar, we don't have a solution. If they vary constantly, as string theory does imply, then we could have an answer. All right.